All right, y'all. Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash. So, part 2. This has been like the worst series, by the way, that I've ever recorded because I keep having issues. Yesterday I tried to make it, and the phone was overheating for whatever reason. So, anyways, part 2 is basically beginning of June through the first 3 weeks. Guess what? Something happened after the third week. So we let go of the three. We have 3 people turnover. No new blood coming in. Hit the 105 and basically just survived. Made it through. Found a way. And so we get into June, and those last 3 weeks, basically, we had a point where things were running smoothly. The guys are getting back at a decent time. We completely eliminated callbacks, no callbacks, for basically 3 weeks, versus where we were having like multiple every week, and every once in a while we'd have one that we had to go back to 3 times, or not 3 times, twice. Whatever. And especially, when you start dealing with like something where plants get damaged, you got to go there, find out what happened. Okay, go get, take pictures of what's damaged, get the right stuff, go back. I had to make a bunch of trips to replace some plants the other day. Finding plants is way more difficult than you'd think sometimes. Anyway, so the big thing that we found, like I mentioned in the last video, we realized that we need to do a lot more with our training, and not just assuming that because the technician that they're riding along with knows what they're doing, that they are training them on all the things that they need to know. It's very easy when you're trying to train somebody, or you've got somebody new, monkey see, monkey do. Watch everything that I'm doing, pick it all up, but not really taking the time to explain everything, and also just to ensure that people are getting it. If you've told somebody, hey, house wash on the proportioner, we set it at between 1 to 1.5. You say, hey, all right, come over here, set the proportioner for what it needs to be. You're like, I'm sorry, man, I don't know. And that keeps happening. Then you have to look at it and be able to say, especially for our trainers and for our lead techs, we have a lead tech meeting weekly. Are they just not paying attention, or is it that the trainer's not showing them, or the trainer's being a jerk the whole time, and so the person's kind of checked out? It can be all kinds of things. But ultimately with that, we want them to be able to figure out quickly, with new people, you'll know first day, second day, end of the first week, and end of the second week, whether or not somebody's going to make it or not. And it's way better after, hey, day 2, this person was on their phone the entire day. We had a guy come in, I think he was the only person we hired in the first portion of the month. Came in and was on his phone so much that one of the techs literally snapped a picture of him while they're priming the booster and setting the proportioner, like one of the most important things that they need to learn how to do. And he's just sitting there looking at his phone, and already had a arrogance and attitude about, his skills and abilities for it. Paid him for his day, sent him on his merry way. And so, as a result of that, we made a new document that we give the guys when we do, do an interview and offer a shadow day. And we've got a paper copy that we give to all of them. What is a shadow day? Shadow day is an opportunity to figure out whether or not you're a good fit for us and we're a good fit for you. You'll be asked to do all the different jobs and things that we do that day. What are we looking for? We're looking for somebody to take initiative, ask good questions, get involved, get dirty and wet. What happens if this is a successful shadow day? And then we'll arrange with the office when to start on the schedule. If somebody needs to put their 2 weeks in, we always recommend, especially if somebody's got a current job, to go ahead and, hey, find out when you can do a shadow day with us. And then if that's what you decide to do, if you want, if we decide that it's a good fit for on both sides, you got to put your 2 weeks in, work that, and then we'll see it then. If it doesn't work out well, and also we're really clear, you're going to get paid today. You get paid for the work you've done. So if it doesn't work out, we'll cut you a check, you return the shirt, and that's it. No harm, no foul. Have a great day. Sorry, it just wasn't a good fit. That's really as simple as it can be. But we found that, we weren't being, as thorough on it, and having people that would show up and, for a shadow day and then be just chilling on their phone or sitting back and not getting involved the way that they needed to. In a situation like that, trying to figure out, hey, so what else do we need to do? And so that's where we came up with the, sorry, we're bouncing a good bit right now, with that shadow document. We're working on improvement documentation, checklists, and stuff for our training to make sure that guys get through, see everything, and, are going through this process, making sure that, we don't have guys that have been, or girls, whatever. We've had some lady techs as well. That people are learning the proper way to set up a job site and pull hoses. It kind of amazes me when I see it. You set the gun by the truck, and then you walk out. You walk backwards 100 feet with the hose, setting it down. So that way, you walk 100 feet, you pull out 200 feet. Being strategic with it. I've seen the garden hose. You're going to just pull that straight out. There's a lot of things though that, with the process and the way that it needs to be done, that improves it and enables the guys to get the jobs done quicker, faster, and in a consistent manner. We do things a certain way, and trying to convey that to our technicians. We did also go out for breakfast once we finally had those multiple consecutive weeks with no callbacks, and it was a good time. Everybody seemed to be less stressed, things were running smoother. Our sales guy took over, one of the sales guys took over the office. Just didn't have time to, and didn't want to rush into another office person. And it's been good to have somebody with confidence in that position, to be able to schedule jobs, to be able to handle, a customer who's got a complaint and not have them all turn right back onto me. And hey, well, the almighty and powerful Rob has to handle every last callback. Quite frankly, the goal is to get me to not have to be there for a lot of the callbacks. To have a production manager, ops manager, sales manager, whatever, somebody else to be able to take care of those situations. And obviously, when the owner card needs to be pulled, we pull the owner card. It's pretty simple. But yeah, so we realized in just sitting down too that not having, somebody who's being a negative cancer in the business, constantly detracting from what was going on, constantly getting in people's ears, complaining about this or that, and as somebody who was in leadership, it was a shame to see that. And at the end of the day, we parted ways, and it just wasn't the job for him. And wish him best of luck with whatever he does next. On the office side, being able to finally get stuff routed properly, thinking through what was going on. Where are we going for these jobs today? Does it make sense to send 2 trucks to Berlin to do 3 jobs? No. It makes sense to send 1 truck to Berlin to do all 3 jobs. And it's way better, especially with the cost of gas right now. I know, guys, that's having a major impact for everybody. But you got to be smart with that. Like, you don't want people just running around for the sake of, oh, well, we want everybody to be within $100 of production of each other. No. If you set it up so that it's as efficient as possible, you let your big jobs dictate where you're going to be, then when you get to, scheduling, you can't give the one crew $2,000 every single day and the other crew gets $1,200 every single day. But there's going to be a day where one crew's traveling really far and they've got more drive time, and then we'll switch that up so another crew has more drive time. And those are the ways that we kind of even that out. And so being able to get that going for the technicians so they could then spend less time rushing and more time focused on the actual job, and also really harping and sitting down and explaining to the guys, like, this is what's really hurting your paychecks. Damaged plants come out of your bonus. We've had that for a while, and the unfortunate part is when you have a bunch of callbacks, typically you aren't really earning that many bonuses because you're not able to spend all that time that you should be spending on new projects. So, hey guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Have a great day. See ya.